Ba da 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 da. Hello and welcome to the second pub quiz stream. So if you are new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome again. I know for a fact we have Monday's reigning champions, the COVIDiots, in the house. So thank you for signing up to our online quiz night. At the last check, and this will be the last check that I do, we currently have 88 teams registered to play. That's 261 people that are hopefully joining us right now. So if you manage to get to the top of that 88 teams, then very, very, very well done. You are obviously incredible at pub quizzes. So this will be your sort of 5-minute morning. We'll get going in about 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, probably 5 minutes. Grab yourself a drink. Make sure you've got your snacks ready, and all the questions will be coming up soon. If you have any questions, give us a tweet, give us an Instagram DM, do what you need to do. But now's the time to ask them. So any questions, ask them if you've forgotten your login information or your secret phrase. Please tweet us and we'll see what we can do. But the quiz will start in 5 minutes' time. Welcome to the socially distant pub quiz for lockdown teams. We'll be getting on the way at 8:05 our time. That gives you 2.5 minutes to grab a drink. We'll see you all soon. Hello and welcome to our second pub quiz stream. I can see that we've got quite a lot of you on here already, so welcome to the Panic Shopper. We are absolutely astounded at the amount of you that have decided to get in touch and get involved today. At our last count, we currently have 89 teams and 262 people signed up to win. So, a quick bit of housekeeping. If you need us, you can tweet us at Pub Quiz Streams or get us on Instagram or email Dave, who you all should have had an email from, with your joining instructions if you have any problems. The way this works is really simple. So, you and your team have a video chat. You talk amongst yourselves about the answers. I will give you all of the entertainment, fun, joy, and questions. On this stream, on this site, on sociallydistant.pub or on the YouTube direct link if you've got that. Make sure everyone's got a link to that stream. So if you are the team leader that's been emailed the links, please share them across your team. So that team leader has a really important job to do, and their job is to fill out the answer sheet on the website sociallydistant.pub. You'll need to put your team name. You'll select it from the incredibly long drop-down list of team names. And then you'll need to put your secret answer phrase. Don't worry if you have forgotten that. You can drop Dave an email who sent you the instructions, or you can tweet us and we'll try and get that to you as soon as we possibly can. So that's right. Any trouble, please do tweet us, but also please let us know what's going on. This is only the second time that we've done this. The last time we did it, the country went into lockdown. Now we're quite comfortably in it. I've now got a bed sheet up behind me and a lamp and some tinfoil on my desk. So we're in this for the long haul. So thanks everyone for playing. Remember, you can tweet us at the handles that are there. There we go. Show us your drinks. Show us who you're playing with. We will we'll put the best on our social media, and there might even be room for a couple on our stream as well. So there are going to be 5 rounds of 10 questions. Hopefully we won't have 2 tiebreakers like Monday. That was a bit stressful. Remember, maximum team size is 4. We do want to keep this as fair as possible. One person is going to be the lead question inputter. Hopefully you know who that is already and it's all going good. Do send us your photos and we'll get them on the screen if we can. Make sure that you've got a video call with your teams. Please make sure to submit your answers at the end of it. So if you all refresh your webpage now, you should have the answer sheet ready for round 1. And remember, most importantly, please stay 2 meters apart from everybody that's not in your household at all times. So with that, I've got my shit shirt on and we are ready to go into round 1, which is a quiz on what happened this week. The only twist is it's what happened this week exactly a year ago. So, pens, keyboards, and everything else at the ready. Here we go. Question number 1. Apple launched their competitor to Netflix, Apple TV Plus, this week last year. But which Sesame Street character appeared on stage at the launch event? That's question 1. Apple launched their competitor to Netflix, Apple TV Plus, this week last year. But which Sesame Street character appeared on the stage at the launch event? Question 2. A British Airways flight from London to Dusseldorf got a bit lost on the way this time last year. Where did it end up landing? That's question 2. A British Airways flight from London to Dusseldorf got a bit lost on its way. Where did it end up landing? Question 3. Exactly a year ago, the government lost a vote on an amendment in Parliament which allows MPs to have indicative votes on Theresa May's Brexit deal. But who was this amendment named after? The Tory MP that proposed it. So, a year ago, the government lost a vote on an amendment in Parliament which allowed MPs to have indicative votes on Theresa May's Brexit deal. Who proposed this amendment? Question 4. Theresa May was desperate to get her Brexit deal through the Commons. What did she offer to do on March the 28th if her deal was passed? That's question 4. Theresa May was desperate to get her Brexit deal through the Commons. What did she offer to do on March 28th if her deal was passed? Question 5. We were originally meant to leave the EU in March 2019, but on what date? That's question 5. We were originally meant to leave the EU in March 2019, but on what date? Question 6. There was an outbreak of another disease in New York last year, which led New York County to banning unvaccinated children being in public. But what disease was it? That's question 6. There was an outbreak of another disease that wasn't coronavirus in New York this time last year, which led to New York County banning unvaccinated children being in public. What disease was it? Question 7. Which of the following was not a name of a finalist for Best in Show at 2019's Crufts? Dave, Mike, or Joe? That's question 7. Which of the following was not a name of a finalist for Best in Show at 2019's Crufts? Dave, Mike, or Joe? Question 8. This time last year, Ukraine had a new president, Volodymyr Zelensky, who won on the first round of the country's elections. Before he became a politician, what was his profession? That's question 8. Ukraine's current president, Volodymyr Zelensky, won on the first round of his country's elections. Before becoming a politician, what was his profession? Question 9. This time last year, a lot of talk in the news was about Meghan Markle and the upcoming baby. But how far away from the birth, in weeks, was she this time last year? That's question 9. A lot of talk in the news this time last year was about Meghan Markle and her upcoming baby. But how far away from the birth were we? And finally, question 10. A farmer in France took legal action against an energy firm after something that they did, he claimed, killed all of his cows. What did the unnamed company do? That's question 10. A farmer in France took legal action against an energy firm after something that they did, he claimed, killed all of his cows. What did the unnamed company do? And a quick run through those questions again. So, question 1. Apple launched a competitor to Netflix, Apple TV Plus, this time last year. But which Sesame Street character appeared on stage at the launch event? Question 2. A British Airways flight from London to Dusseldorf got a bit lost on the way. But where did it end up landing? Question 3. The government lost a vote on an amendment in Parliament which allowed MPs to have indicative votes on Theresa May's Brexit deal, but which Tory MP proposed it? Question 4. Theresa May was desperate to get her Brexit deal through the Commons this time last year. What did she offer to do on March 28th if her deal was passed? Question 5. We were originally meant to leave the EU in March 2019, but on what date? Question 6. There was an outbreak of another disease in New York this time last year, which led to New York County banning unvaccinated children being in public. What disease was it? Question 7. Which of the following was not a name of a finalist for Best in Show at 2019's Crufts? Dave, Mike, or Joe? Question number 8. Ukraine's current president held which occupation before becoming a politician? Question 9. This time last year there was a lot of talk in the news about Meghan Markle and her baby, but how far away from the birth were we at this point last year? And question 10. A farmer in France took legal action against an energy firm after he claimed something they did killed all of his cows. What did the energy firm do? Right, we're going to go away and try and mark these questions as quickly as we possibly can. Please do bear with us. We have had a grand total of 95 teams registered today. It's a little bit more than we had the other day. We'll go as quickly as we can. Until then, sit back, get a drink, and enjoy. We know there are a few problems submitting answers. We are working on it. Keep trying, but please don't try too regularly. So we have had 2 blank answer sheets come in. So if Ohana and Herd Immunity could resubmit their answers, that would be great. If you have any trouble, do just drop Dave an email and we'll get it sorted. So, thank you everyone. If you are still getting your answers in, get them in soon. Dave is currently working his way through the marking. I can tell you now that we have 2 teams on 9 right now, which is, did you get the clap last night? So, well done Nigel, Trudy, Lou and Robert. And Deportivo Le Coronavirus. Well done Jamie, Tom, Dan and Jules. Now, this is probably a good time to just give you all a bit of a shout out as well. So I've had 2 birthday shout outs coming in so far. So happy birthday to Nick. We know that you're going to love your birthday on the 5th of April. Enjoy. Have a good one from Ella, Johnny and Iz. And we also have another birthday boy joining us. So happy 30th to Dave Shannon. Hopefully all those years of collective wisdom will help you get through our next round, which is going to be the music round. So if you do have any trouble submitting your first round, then please do get in touch with Dave. He'll help you sort that out. We know we've had a few that need a bit of help, but don't worry, we'll get you through it. And until then, we're going to move on to round 2. So if you refresh your pages, you should hopefully see the answer sheets for the next round. And the next round is the music round. And specifically, we are doing a round on music number 1s. So each answer in this is going to be about a specific musical number 1 from the charts. And good luck. So, question 1. Which solo artist has the most UK number 1s, with the most recent being in 2005? That's question 1. Which solo artist has the most UK number 1s, with the most recent being in 2005? Also, happy birthday to Anna, who apparently turned 25 yesterday. Congrats. Good age. Question number 2. Ed Sheeran has 9 UK number 1s to his name. But which of his songs has spent the longest at number 1? That's question 2. Ed Sheeran has 9 UK number 1s to his name. But which of his songs has spent the longest at number 1? Question 3. What is the title of Kate Bush's only UK number 1 single? Question number 3. What was the title of Kate Bush's only UK number 1 single? Question 4. Chesney Hawks' The One and Only made it to which position in the charts? That's question 4. Chesney Hawks' The One and Only made it to which position in the charts? Question number 5. What song was Christmas number 1 in 1975 and in 1995? That's question 5. What song was Christmas number 1 in 1975 and 1995? Another birthday now. Apparently, Rich, you are 45 today. Congrats. Question 6. How many number 1s has the actor Neil Morrissey had? That's question 6. How many number 1s has the actor Neil Morrissey had? Question 7. Following a rule change in 2006, which allowed downloads to be counted towards charts without having been released as a physical single, what was the first number 1 in the UK from downloads alone? That's question 7. Following a rule change in 2006, which allowed downloads to be counted towards charts without releasing a physical single, which was the first UK number 1 from downloads alone? And a happy 48th birthday to Peter Rogers, and a happy 47th birthday to Amy Riddens, apparently. Although quite how serious those two are, I don't really know. Question 8. Despacito was the most recent, but how many non-English language songs have topped the UK singles charts? That's question 8. Despacito was the most recent, but how many non-English language songs have topped the UK singles charts? Happy birthday to Big Bird from the Got Excited and Quizzed in My Pants team. There's a lot going on there. I don't even know where to start. Question 9. What is the fastest selling single of all time? Question 9. What is the fastest selling single of all time? And finally, question 10. David Bowie released Space Oddity in 1969, but in which year did it hit number 1? That's question 10. David Bowie released Space Oddity in 1969, but in which year did it hit number 1? Happy 1 week lockdown anniversary to Joe Steele. And now I'm going to run through all of those questions again quite quickly. So question 1, which solo artist had the most UK number ones, with the most recent being in 2005? Question 2, Ed Sheeran has 9 UK number ones to his name. Which of his songs has spent the longest at number 1? Question 3, what was the title of Kate Bush's only UK number 1 single? And question 4, Chesney Hawkes is the one and only made it to which position in the charts? Question 5, what song was Christmas number 1 in 1975 and 1995? Question 6, how many number 1s has the actor Neil Morrissey had? Question 7, following a rule change in 2006, which allowed downloads alone to hit the charts, what was the first number 1 from downloads alone? And question 8, Despacito was the most recent, but how many non-English language songs have topped the UK singles charts? Question 9, what was the fastest selling single of all time? And question 10, David Bowie released Space Oddity in 1969, but in which year did it hit number 1? So, thanks for everyone for doing that. Make sure you submit. As I said before, we have got 100 teams to mark now and only 2 of us to do it. So do bear with us. We'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes with the next round and hopefully the answers to the past 2 rounds as well. So until then, go get yourself a drink, go get yourself a snack, and happy birthday to Maria. It's your birthday tomorrow. Congrats. We'll see you all in about 10 or 15 minutes for round 3. You'll be glad to know that absolutely everybody found this music round difficult, not just you. The scores are low, but they're coming in. Congratulations, Sarah, for getting your sofa in today. That's a massive achievement. You should be proud of yourself. Nanny Jugal's 80 tomorrow. Brilliant. Auntie Julie, please put the bird back in the cage. It's very distracting. And welcome back. As you can see, we've got some of the lovely photos that you guys have sent to us on Twitter. So, hello, Detty Pigs. Congrats. You're all looking absolutely lovely on your group video call there. That is, of course, the logo of the Panicked Shopper, the virtual pub that we have going for the evening. Look at that lovely setup, a Bud Light and what looks like a gin and tonic, maybe? Is that some strawberry? That's good. Panic at the Tesco, not doing very well, apparently, but, you know, I think there's enough in the leaderboard. They could make a late resurgence, and there is Lizzie with my beautiful, beautiful screen up on hers. So, welcome back. Thank you for everyone putting their answers in. I will not lie, we are struggling ever so slightly, as there are just absolutely loads and loads of responses. We love having you all here, but it's a bit more of an undertaking than we thought when you have 300 people signed up for a quiz. So we're going to quickly go through the answers to the quiz so far. So on round one, the answers are as follows. So question 1, Apple launched their competitor to Netflix this time last year, but it was Big Bird who appeared on stage at the launch event. Question 2, a BA flight got lost going from London to Dusseldorf and landed in Edinburgh. Question 3, it was Oliver Letwin, or the Letwin Amendment, who the amendment was named after, very simply. And question 4, Theresa May was desperate to get her Brexit deal, and she offered to resign if the deal was not passed. If the deal was passed, sorry. She resigned anyway. Question 5, we were meant to leave the EU on the 29th of March. And question 6, there was an outbreak of measles in New York. Question 7, the following was not a name of the finalist, and that was Joe. Dave was a 6-year-old boxer. Mike, he was a 3-year-old Basset Griffon Vendine, and the winner of Crufts was, of course, Dylan. Question 8, Ukraine's president was a comedian and actor before he was a politician. And question 9, Meghan Markle was 6 weeks away from having a baby. Question 10, a farmer in France believed that installing solar panels in the neighbouring field fried his cows. That's actually the answer. We were a bit lenient with that one though. And now on to round 2. So the answer to question 1, the solo artist which had more UK number ones than anybody else was Elvis Presley. Question 2, Ed Sheeran has had 9 UK number ones. The ones that he spent the longest at number 1 with was Shape of You, which spent 14 weeks at the charts in 2017. Question 3, the title of Kate Bush's only UK number 1 single was Wuthering Heights. And question 4, bit of a trick one there, Chesney Hawkes is the one and only made it to number 1. Question 5, the song that was Christmas number 1 in 1975 and 1995 was Bohemian Rhapsody. And question 6, Neil Morrissey has had 2 UK number 1s as Bob the Builder. Question 7, the first single that got to the top of the charts from downloads alone without being released was Crazy by Gnarls Barkley. And question 8, Despacito was the most recent one, but there have been 11 non-English language songs that have topped the UK singles charts. Question 9, the fastest selling single of all time is Candle in the Wind, 1997, released after Diana, RIP. And question 10, David Bowie released Space Oddity in 1969, but it was only when it was re-released in 1975 that it got to number 1. So thank you all for the answers so far. Like I said, Dave is working his way through them as fast as he possibly can. Hopefully they should be all up there now. And I can tell you there is a team steaming ahead with 18 points at the top of the leaderboard. So well done, Deportivo La Coronavirus. It's not a drinking problem, it's social distancing. And did you get the clap last night? Are in a joint second place with 16. And right at the bottom of the leaderboard, it's currently Chris and Charlotte, the sanitary wipes. And Christina Aguilera. And the Omar Marines. But I know there might be some problems with answer sheets, so do keep submitting them if you can, guys. Any problems, give Dave an email. But we're going to go on to our third round of the night, which is the alliterative answers round. So each answer has an alliterative answer to it. Very simple. If you don't know what alliteration is, this is going to be a hopefully difficult round. Might be easy. I'm sure you guys will work it out. So, question number 1. Which England and Aston Villa footballer invented his own musical instrument, the dube? That's question 1. Which England and Aston Villa footballer invented his own musical instrument called the dube? Oh no. I am running out of wine. And now we wait for the delay for the person in the next room to see that I've run out of wine and come and fill it up. Question 2. Which book's French title is Où est Charlie? That's question 2. Which book's French title is Où est Charlie? It is. Refresh it.
We might have forgotten to change the round over to round 3.
We might have forgotten to change the round over. Is the round ready to go, Dave?
Yes, if everybody refreshes it, and then we've only done 2 questions. Tuck them back in.
Good stuff. Sorry about that, guys. We'll run through those questions again. Please refresh your pages. Round 3 will be ready to go right now. Right, sorry about that. Just a quick run through the first 2 questions. If you did have any trouble with that, some technical issues as always. So question 1 was which England and Aston Villa footballer invented the musical instrument the dube? And question 2, which book's French title is Où est Charlie? That's question 2. Which book's French title is Où est Charlie? Hopefully that's given you all a chance to refresh your pages. Dave has refreshed his, and you should be able to. I'm just going to check now myself. We're all running perfectly. So straight on to round number 3. Question 3. What is the largest inland stretch of water in Great Britain? That's question 3. What is the largest inland stretch of water in Great Britain? Question 4. What is the rapper Eminem's real name? That's question 4. What is the rapper Eminem's real name? Question 5. Who sang You Know My Name, the theme tune to the 2006 Bond movie Casino Royale? That's question 5. Who sang You Know My Name, the theme tune to the 2006 movie Casino Royale? Before we go to question 6, another big shout out to Maria. It's her birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. Now, question 6. China have collected 28 of the 32 gold medals in which Olympic sport that was first introduced in 1988? That's question 6. China have collected 28 of the 32 gold medals in which Olympic sport first introduced in 1988? Question 7. A care home made the news last week with a video of elderly residents playing a life-size version of which board game? That's question 7. A care home made the news last week with a video of elderly residents playing a life-size version of which board game? Question 8. What name is given to a tournament in which each competitor plays in turn against every other? That's question 8. What name is given to a tournament in which each competitor plays in turn against every other? Question 9. In which 1999 film did Will Smith play Captain James West? That's question 9. In which 1999 film did Will Smith play Captain James West? The final question of the alliterative answers round is question 10. What is the only NFL team based in the state of Washington? That's question 10. What is the only NFL team based in the state of Washington? And remember, before I go through those questions again, do tweet us at Pub Quiz Streams. Thanks to everyone that told us the answer sheet wasn't working. That really does help us out. But also send us your photos, tag us on Instagram. We'll get you all up there, and we will be showing more photos of the night throughout once I can get it working. Please do give us a bit of time after this round to mark questions. It's taking longer than we thought, but I can exclusively tell you that we have 281 people signed up tonight with 95 teams playing, which is brilliant, but is also very difficult for 2 people to mark. So please bear with us, have a drink, chat to your friends, and enjoy it. But here we go. Here's the answer. Here's the questions for round 3 again, just in case you missed them. So question 1, which England and Aston Villa footballer invented the musical instrument the dube? Question 2, Which book's French title is Où est Charlie? Question 3. What is the largest inland stretch of water in Great Britain? Question 4. What is the rapper Eminem's real name? Question 5. Who sang You Know My Name, the theme tune to the 2006 Bond movie Casino Royale? And question 6. China have collected 28 of 32 gold medals in which Olympic sport? Question 7. A care home made the news last week with a video of elderly residents playing a life-size version of which board game? And question 8. What name is given to the tournament in which each competitor plays in turn against every other? Question 9. In which 1999 film did Will Smith play Captain James West? And finally, question 10. What is the only NFL team based in the state of Washington? We're going to go ahead and mark those answers as quickly as we can before we move on to round 4, the world and beyond. Do give us a tweet, do tag us on Instagram, talk to your friends, and I'm very sorry to the person who thinks my shirt is making them drunk. That might be the beer as well. See you in a bit. Keep sending your pictures in. We've got some great ones at the moment. Do keep watching because there's a picture of Jess the dog coming up and she's absolutely adorable. And who doesn't like a pub quiz dog? Happy 40th birthday to Lizzie. Apparently, due to self-isolation, she's starting to look her age. I don't think that's true one bit. Keep sending those photos in and we'll keep getting them up. Thanks, everyone. And we will get there. Also, I love my shirt. It's fine. I know you're only joking. Again, we want to give a massive shout out to Mark for designing our sign as well. We'd be nothing without our beautiful panicked shopper logo. So great one, Mark. We do appreciate it. Do keep sending those pictures in. We're currently working our way through the marking. Hopefully we're getting there a little bit quicker than we were before. There's a joy of a picture coming in here. Apparently there is a pub rat somewhere. You'll see that soon enough. Do hold with us. We'll be back very soon. And I'm sorry to get in the way of your pub rat enjoyment, but it's time for us to go through the answers to the last round. Hopefully we've now got most of those marked. I'm not going to say all of them. We are getting there. Please bear with us. Big shout out to Dave, who you can't see. He's wearing a particularly garish shirt today. So maybe it's best you don't see him. And that's coming from me. So on to round 4, which is the world and beyond. I'm just going to give Dave one bit of time now, just to make sure that the answers are live. But first, we'll go through the answers to round 3. So, question 1, the England and Aston Villa footballer who invented the musical instrument the dube was, of course, Stairs Up to the Bedroom himself, Mr. Dion Dublin. Question 2, Où est Charlie is Where's Wally in French. Question 3, the largest inland stretch of water in Great Britain is Loch Lomond. Hopefully by now you are working out what alliteration is. Question 5, the rapper Eminem's real name is Marshall Mathers. And question 5, no, that was question 4. Question 5, the person who sang You Know My Name, the theme tune to the Bond film in 2006, was Chris Cornell. Question 6, China have collected 28 of 32 gold medals in ping pong or table tennis. Question 7, the care home made the news last week by having elderly residents play Hungry Hungry Hippos. Question 8. The name of the tournament in which each competitor plays in turn against every other is a round robin. And question 9. Will Smith played Captain James West in Wild Wild West. Question 10. The only NFL team based in the state of Washington is the Seattle Seahawks. There's not much movement on the leaderboard as of now. Deportivo La Coronavirus are still at the top on 28. It's not drinking. It's not a drinking problem. It's social distancing in second with 26. And sanitary wipes only 3 at the very, very bottom. Although I do think by this point it might be people giving up. So we'll wait and see. Thank you to all of us that have stuck with us through our slight technical and logistical problems. We really do appreciate it. We're going to work on it. But yeah, now on to round 4, the world and beyond. So, question 1. On which island was Cristiano Ronaldo born? They've even built a lovely statue of him there. That's question 1. On which island was Cristiano Ronaldo born? Question 2. Which is the only EU capital city to begin with the letter D? That's question 2. Which is the only EU capital city to begin with the letter D? Question 3. Where is the only country in the world, apart from North Korea, you can't buy Coca-Cola? That's question 3. Where is the only country in the world, apart from North Korea, where you can't buy Coca-Cola? Just to point out, it's not officially stocked in the country. Question 4. How many countries start with the letter G? That's question 4. How many countries start with the letter G? Question 5. Which small country borders Ethiopia, Eritrea and Somalia? That's which small country borders Ethiopia, Eritrea and Somalia? Also, big shout out to the 13 teams in the last round that managed to get a perfect score of 10 out of 10. Very, very impressive. Question 6, again with the African borders. How many countries are there within South Africa's borders? That's question 6. How many countries are there within South Africa's borders? Question 7. What name is shared by a former England and Ipswich Town footballer and unmanned probes sent to Mercury, Venus and Mars? That's question 7. What name is shared by a former England and Ipswich Town footballer and unmanned probes sent to Mercury, Venus and Mars? Question 8. In which city is the airport with the airport code HND located? That's question 8. In which city is the airport with the airport code HND located? Question 9. Bolivia has 2 capital cities that they officially recognise themselves. La Paz is one. What's the other? That's question 9. Bolivia officially recognises 2 capital cities. La Paz is one. What is the other? And question number 10, the final one in this round, the penultimate round. There's only 5 rounds in the quiz. What is the most northernly located motorway service station in the UK? That's question number 10. What is the most northernly located motorway service station in the UK? Now, I'm just going to run through all of those questions again right now. So, question number 1, they built a lovely statue of him there. It's not that lovely. But on which island was Cristiano Ronaldo born? Question 2, what is the only EU capital city to begin with the letter D? Question 3, where is the only country in the world apart from North Korea you can't buy Coca-Cola? And question 4, how many countries start with the letter G? Question 5, which small country borders Ethiopia, Eritrea and Somalia? And question 6, how many countries are there within South Africa's borders? Question 7, which name is shared by a former England and Ipswich Town footballer and unmanned probe sent to Mercury, Venus and Mars? Question 8, in which city is the airport with the airport code HND located? Question 9, Bolivia has 2 capital cities. La Paz is one. And what is the other? And question 10, what is the most northerly located motorway service station in the UK? We're going to go and try and get those all marked again now. Again, we'll do it as quickly as we possibly can. The next round is the final round. So your last chance to send in those lovely pictures to me. Thank you for everyone that's done it already. We'll get them on the stream while we're marking. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. And now a look through these photos that we get sent. So as you can see, there's a lot of dogs. There's a lot of cats. That's Jess. Everyone loves Jess. Large amount of love for. Shout out there. Look at that. Is that a tiny? Is that a tiny llama? I really hope that's a tiny llama. Oh, hi guys. The old Boogie Winterland crew out in force. Oh, that's Nick in the bottom left. It's his birthday soon, I think. Friday night down the pub. Who remembers pubs? They were fun, weren't they? Oh, look at that. There's 2 people in that. I hope they stay 2 metres apart. Oh, wait, they might live together. Oh, who's that handsome, handsome chap there? God knows. Yeah, it's a good shirt he's got on, though. Oh, look at that. 3 of them. 3 of them. But like I said, those screens do not look 2 metres apart. We're still working on marking all of your answers. We're giving it a good bash. We're doing what we can. We know there's been a couple of issues, but do you know what? It doesn't matter as long as you're having fun. Keep tweeting us, keep sending your photos in. We're going to be on to the last round very, very, very shortly. And then we'll be able to tell you who has won this pub quiz to end all pub quizzes, at least until 8 p.m. next Friday. Hold on, last round coming very, very soon. We're just getting through the last of your answers. There'll be a very, very short break while I go for a wee. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for holding on. Really do appreciate it. Keep sending in all of your... So, sorry about that. We are on to the last round now. It's all come across very quickly. If you have liked what you've done, please do send us a tweet. Also, if you want to help out, let us know. We'll probably be looking for more people because this has got bigger than we thought it would. So drop us a tweet at Pub Quiz Streams. Tag us on Instagram. We'll share all of the best photos from the night, as well as getting a few of them up on the screen if we can. Thank you guys all for taking part tonight. Really has been great fun, if not ever so slightly stressful. So on to our final round of the night, which is the Connect This round. Very simple round. There will be a connection that you need to find during this round between all of the questions. They're all linked in one way or another. That will be the answer to question 10. So there's 9 real questions. Question 10 is for you to get your thinking caps on. So here we go. If you refresh your pages now, you should be able to see your answer sheet for round 5, sorry. Maybe a few too many wines. So, question 1. What song does the government suggest that you sing twice as you wash your hands? That's question 1. What song does the government suggest that you sing twice as you wash your hands? Question 2. The 5 Olympic rings are meant to represent the continents of the world. You won't be seeing them for another year. But what colour represents Asia? That's question 2. The 5 Olympic rings are meant to represent the continents of the world. But which colour represents Asia? Question 3. The theme tune to which kids' TV show begins? I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. That's question 3. The theme tune to which kids' TV show begins? I want to be the best, like no one ever was. Question 4. What do the initials of the company IBM stand for? That's question 4. What do the initials of the company IBM stand for? Question number 5. Whose full name is Patrick Clifton? That's question 5. Whose full name is Patrick Clifton? I'm out of wine again now. Question number 6. What nickname is given to the Belgian national football team? That's question number 6. What nickname is given to the Belgian national football team? Sport might you find yourself at the bottom of the ninth? That's question 7. In which sport might you find yourself at the bottom of the ninth? Question 8. The headquarters of which institution is based on Threadneedle Street in London? That's question 8. The headquarters of which institution are based on Threadneedle Street in London? Question 9. In which kind of weird horoscope bullshit might you draw the Tower, the Ace of Cups, and Death? I didn't write these questions. Well, I didn't write this one. Seems like Dave has a thing against it. So, question 9. In which kind of horoscope type thing might you draw the Tower, the Ace of Cups, and Death? And finally, question 10. What connects the previous answers? That's question 10. What connects the previous answers? So I'm going to run through all of those questions again very, very quickly. We're going to mark up for the night. Hopefully not finish too late compared to when we only had 15 teams. Maybe only about 5 minutes later. So not doing too badly at all. Do remember, send us a tweet, send us an Instagram, send us whatever you want to send us, as long as it's not part of your body that we don't want to see. And thanks very much to Joe Steele for the donation to the quiz. If you want to donate to the quiz, then this is probably the time to tell you how to do it. If you head to the How to Play link on the homepage, obviously once you've submitted all your answers and we've finished, there's a donate button there. Anything that you do put forward will help us towards our server costs and making sure that we can keep doing more of these quizzes. So again, thanks to Joe Steele for the kind donation. If you want to do just the same, go to the How to Play link and all of the money will be put straight back into this site. Now, just to run through those last questions once again. So question 1, what song does the government suggest that you sing twice as you wash your hands? Question 2, the 5 Olympic rings are meant to represent continents of the world, but which colour represents Asia? Question 3, the TV theme tune to which kids' TV show begins, I want to be the very best like no one ever was. Question 4, what do the initials of the company IBM stand for? And question 5, whose full name is Patrick Clifton? Question 6, what nickname is given to the Belgian national football team? And question 7, in which sport might you find yourself at the bottom of the ninth? Question 8, the headquarters of which institution are based on Threadneedle Street in London? And question 9, in what kind of activity might you draw the Tower, the Ace of Cups, and Death? And finally, question 10, what connects all of the previous answers? Remember guys, last chance to get your photos up on the stream. I'll do another run in 5 minutes time. We'll share all of them after as well. Thank you so much for playing. We're going to get to marking them as fast as we can. We're going to tell you who's won. And thanks for everyone for playing. Any questions, give us a tweet. We'll see you all in a couple of minutes with the winners, the losers, and everyone else in between. Vicky, congratulations. Apparently, you're engaged. That's brilliant. Well done, Vicky. Oh, well done. That deserves a nice drink. That does. Enjoy yourself on tonight. We're going to keep marking the quizzes. We'll be back to you very, very shortly. We're going to get a final look at those photos that you sent in, but do keep sending us in more. We're marking as quickly as we possibly can. Apart from the fact that I'm definitely going to go and get some wine now as well. I need that for the marking. Thanks everyone for playing. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. in a move that sounds very much like thank you to all our Patreon supporters. Really massive thank you to everyone that has donated so far. It will help us keep the quiz going. Just hit the homepage, click how to play, and there is a donate button there. Like I said, we'll name and shame all of you after because we appreciate you so much, but that's how you do it. On the homepage, how to play, and donate. Also, that's Dave there in that beautiful shirt. Dave is a bit of an unsung hero. He might not appear on screen, but he is frantically marking away, and he built the entire site to make this work. So, big round of applause, virtual applause for Dave. Keep going, buddy. And we are, if I can find my mouse, we're back. So thank you guys for all tuning in. Tonight we are working on finishing off the marking, but until that point we're going to go through the answers to the questions. So we've given you the answers to everything before now, but we're on to now round 4, the world and beyond. So question number 1, the island on which Cristiano Ronaldo was born is Madeira. They have indeed made a lovely statue of him that looks absolutely nothing like him. Also, fun fact, Madeira is actually one of the few airports in the world where you need a special license to land a plane there because of the crosswinds that affect the runway. Other airports where this happen are actually the Isle of Man and the airport in one of the islands that doesn't actually work, but I can't remember the name of it now. So there you go, bit of airport fact on your Friday night. Who doesn't love that? The answer to question 2, the only EU capital city to begin with the letter D is Dublin. Question 3, the only country in the world where you can't buy Coca-Cola is Cuba. Now, we do know that it's sold there, but it's not officially stocked there before any of you pedants get in. Question 4, the amount of countries that start with the letter G is 11. And question 5, the small country that borders Ethiopia, Eritrea and Somalia is Djibouti. Question 6, there are 3 countries within South Africa's borders. Bit of a trick question there. Eswatini, formerly known as Swaziland, Lesotho, and of course South Africa. Question number 7. The name shared by former England and Ipswich Town footballer and unmanned probes is Mariner. That's, of course, Paul Mariner, England 1977 to 85. And question 8. The city in which the airport with the code HND is located is Tokyo in Japan. Question 9. Bolivia has 2 capitals. La Paz is one and Sucre is the other. And finally, question number 10. The most northerly located motorway service station in the UK. There weren't many of you that got this. It's a real tricky one. It's actually Kinross Services. according to the official body of motorway service stations. If you didn't know that was a thing, now you do. So now on to round 5. I'm just checking that Dave has got all of the answers he possibly can in. It looks like he has. So the answers to round 5, the connections round. So question number 1. The song that the government suggests that you sing twice as you wash your hands to defeat the deadly coronavirus is Happy Birthday to You. Something I think Boris Johnson wish he sang a bit more today. Question number 2. The 5 Olympic rings are meant to represent the continents of the world. Blue is meant to represent Europe. Black is meant to represent Africa. Green is meant to represent Oceania. Red, North and South America. But it's yellow that represents Asia. Interesting choice. IOC. Question number 3. The TV theme tune. Try saying this after a couple of wines. The TV theme tune to the kids' TV show, which begins, I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was, is of course Pokemon. Question number 4. The initials of the company IBM stands for International Business Machines. Question 5. The person, I suppose you can call him a person, with the full name Patrick Clifton is of course Postman Pat. And question 6. The nickname given to the Belgian national football team is the Red Devils. Question number 7. The sport in which you might find yourself at the bottom of the 9th is baseball. And question number 8. The headquarters of which institution are based on Threadneedle? And that's also the answer to question 10. The thing that connects all of the previous questions is cards. So if you were singing Happy Birthday, it'd be a birthday card. A yellow card you'll get in football. Pokemon cards I've got in my bedroom. Business cards from IBM or International Business Machines. Postman Pat obviously delivers postcards. Red Devils are about red cards. Baseball cards are also a thing. Bank cards are what apparently money was used for, whatever money is these days. And of course, tarot cards. So I'm just going to do one final check to make sure that all the answers are in, and they are. Which means it's time to go to our final leaderboard of the evening. Again, thank you ever so much for absolutely everybody that took part today. We really appreciate it. We're going to be running these quizzes every Friday until we're allowed out the house. Maybe we'll keep running them after. Who knows yet? But yeah, next Friday at 8 p.m. If we've got your details, we'll send you some info on that. But please, please, please do follow us on Pub Quiz Streams at Twitter and Pub Quiz Streams on Instagram. That's where you'll find the most up-to-date news and when we launch sign-ups for the next quiz. Again, massive thank you to everyone that's taken part. The last score that we sort of have is 95 teams registered this week, and at least 250 people were playing. That's something that seems quite ridiculous from what started as a bit of a throwaway tweet. I might have a different bedsheet attached to my wall. I mean, look, this is a bit of a sham studio, really, isn't it? Like, you know, I've got some tinfoil here. This is a fully professional operation that has been put together by whatever I could scavenge on my one essential shop of the day at Wilko. So thank you all for playing. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll be back this time next week on Friday. But now our final run through the leaderboards. So right at the very bottom, Farkoff on 4 points. I mean, this is just the time to really shout out some of these absolutely brilliant, awful and brilliant team names that we've got here. Sanitary Wipes. What a name. You'd never get that in non-coronavirus times. Kung Flu Fighting, Joe and Emma. Very strong team name, very weak score on 17. Charlie and Michael. We might not bring back Boogie Winterland, but you're also not winning the quiz on only 18 points. Never Fight a Man with a Cough. I'm hoping that's a reference to an Idol song, at which point you would have loved the quiz on Monday as well. There was a question about that. Captain Morgan's bum. Okay. Fox in a Box, you're on 21. You can all see these on the website as well. Panic at the Tesco, a fantastic effort on the name, mediocre effort on the score, but we're really glad to have you. Well done on your 22 points. A lot of teams on 22 points. St. Hubbins created the challenge, serenaded with Benjos. Well done, Sarah and Ben, on that. Jill Fix It, Rachel, Alex and Lizzie on 24, along with Mona Wales and Quarantine Week 2. Also on 24 is Got Excited and Quizzed Ourselves. How lovely. System Up with the Lockdown coming in on 25. Get the Lockdown Look. Love that one. On 26. I really can't read out all of these team names because I'll get locked off the internet probably. Quizzy Sunak's Unprecedented Package. It really was. Not an unprecedented score though. Only 28 alongside System of a Lockdown. Pandemic at the Quizco. Oh, we've got a variation on the theme. You did better than Panic at the Tesco. You got 30 points. The Fighting Mongooses, again on 30, as well as the Flybys. Well done, Jess, Ellie, Sarah and Naomi for that. Last time's winners, the Covidiots, coming in on 32 points. Kat, Peter, Katie and Steve have dropped way down the leaderboard. And now we're going to have to go right to the top. So your top 5 coming in now. So at 38 points, well done to Quiz Akabusi. Well done, Caroline, James, Jill and Dan. The Flu Man group came 4th with 39 points. And then it's on to the top 3 where there really isn't a lot to separate people. So Did You Get the Clap Last Night in at 40 points. Deportiva La Coronavirus on 43, and they were leading for a very, very long time in this quiz. But it's actually last time's early leaders before they had to pull out. It's not a drinking problem, it's social distancing who come top on 45 points. Absolutely remarkable score there. So for everyone that thought the quiz was too hard, obviously they didn't, but we might try and make it a little bit easier next week and we'll have some fun. So do remember, you can donate to help us do this. If you go to the sociallydistant.pub website, how to play, click donate. We've already had some donations. That's absolutely fantastic. We really weren't expecting it. So thanks again tonight to Joe Steele, the Lodskis. Well done. Thanks, Craig and Maria. You might have won the quiz, but you paid for it. Emily Hyde, Jess Winnan, Gary Christian, Chris Walker. Thank you so much for your donations. They will help us keep this quiz going next Friday at 8 p.m. So we do hope you've had a good time. Drop us a line with what you want to see next week. Maybe it's more pictures of dogs. Maybe it's going to be lockdown dogs. That might be the quiz theme. Who knows what we'll get to. But thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back same time next week. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you soon. Stay safe, stay indoors, stay 2 meters apart from everybody, and stay quizzing.